Welcome. I'd like to talk with you about the solstice that's coming up. It's this Monday, December 21st. It's at 8:49 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So figure that out, 8, 9, 10, 11:49 p.m. on the East Coast. And depending on where you are in the country, it's in between that. And if you're in Hawaii and around the world, just figure out when that solstice is. It's very important to observe the exact moment of the solstice because this is something that has been, this information that has been shared with us in ancient mystery schools since the origin of time. And the great mystery that was shared is that we're on a revolving planet that's revolving around a star, we call it our sun, that the star is on the wing of a galaxy revolving around the galaxy, and the entire galaxy is moving across space along with other galaxies in the great cosmos. And the reason why this was so important, this expanded view of where we really are and what's really going on, that the solstices and equinoxes were indicators of when our Earth revolving around our star. When the northern hemisphere was furthest away, that's our winter. When the southern hemisphere is closest to it, our winter is their summer. So it's a global event, not just a local event. So if you live in the southern hemisphere, enjoy the summer, okay? But if you live here in the northern hemisphere, we have an invitation to respond to something that's emerging from creation that acts as a gift. I always call it a gift. In fact, it's an upwelling of something. The ancients, when they thought about it, when they talked about it, they would call it the great love of the mother for her children. In her delight, she continually provides us with what we need. And of course, given the state of human experience here on our planet, this is a response that we need to make to war, to insanity, to damage, to global warming, to everything that the structures on our planet that no longer serve us have propagated, and to the new world that we are responsible for creating and responsive for creating. So what's happening right now is that it seems like we've been in a period of energetic drought since this big table turning, since this big event of 2012, where we moved out of the pre-existing calendars and into this new space where we're creating life here. The gift that is offered by the ancient wisdom traditions is that the relationship between light and dark that we're experiencing here at the solstice is not one of light and light workers being holy and sacred and dark being a place for dark forces to work. There's a love affair between light and dark. Dark is a warm field of growth and the field that things emerge from, that things grow from, and the light reaches into it with great love, and the dark embraces the light, and the light reaches in to darkness with vibrancy. This is a love affair between light and dark, not at all the dualistic polarity that our Western culture and our languages posit at all. So that love holds the opportunity. So now how I personally experience it, reaching into this event and trying to feel what's here for us, is by going for walks and looking at what's going on with our oak trees here in Northern California. We've had a drought for a number of years, and the interesting thing that's happening as a result of this drought is that the trees are producing 2 and 3 times the amount of acorns that they normally do. So this upwelling within the oak trees is to continue life and to continue the vibrancy of oak trees by creating more acorns. The same thing is moving inside of us, and what's upwelling and is here now at the solstice is a opportunity to create seeds that continue a life worth living on our terms. And the shape of these seeds, the seeds hold our intention. So let me give you a feeling for how that actually works, how it works in human terms, because we know with acorns and with other seeds how they work. There's a shell, and there's the internal part that under the right circumstances begins to grow, and we're going to be responsible for all that. So an example of a seed, when we express gratitude, when we say how grateful we are, even for something very, very small, that gratitude is like the shell of the seed, and inside of it, the part that grows is our delight in being alive, our delight at what we're grateful for. So you can see that. Another example would be we recognize beauty. That is the container. Our recognition is the container of the beauty that nourishes us and that makes our lives worth living. So that's another example. One more, respect. Respect is a re-seeing of something, a revaluation, a re-seeing of something and recognizing its intrinsic value. So when we respect other life forms and when we respect other parts of life, even ecological fields and things, trees, things like that, plants, even weeds, when we show a little respect for other forms of life, that respect is a seed that contains communion and connection and even compassion. So that's what seeds look like. We're at a spot where the gift of creating seeds is being offered to us. And so it's going to be our responsibility to shape life here on the planet by how we take advantage of this and what we place in, what we grow. So I guess the real question is, what are you going to grow in this next year? What are you going to grow this spring and this summer? The first thing that has to happen is that we prepare the fields of light to even plant these seeds. So if there's anyone or any circumstances that needs forgiving in your life, if there's something that you need to attend to or some place that you need to clean up the impact that you've had on life, that's part of the preparation of the fields of light. There's no hurry to do this. You need to do this, but you have until spring to really accomplish this. And in the meantime, as you cultivate and find the seeds that you're going to grow, I have questions for you. And there's many questions that you could come up with, but make them based on something like this. What's important for you? What has value in your life? Well, really, what's important to you? Not externally how you are valued by others, but what's important? What emerges from your own heart as being important? What do you intend to plant and grow this coming spring and for harvesting this year? We have a responsibility on this planet to grow together to collaborate and to grow a better way of living our lives, one that respects and values life and doesn't abuse and dominate it and doesn't abuse and dominate us. It would be nice if one of the seeds that we planted was a seed of peace. So that's an example of, and who are you with? Here's another question. Who's your tribe? Who are you co-conspiring with? And what are you up to? And how are you going to share these seeds so that you cultivate and grow things together? It's the web of our interconnectedness around the planet that really is going to shift life from this domination by corporate structures, that socio-pathological and pathological structures that are dominating and using all the resources on the planet. We have enough resources here to take care of everyone. We really do. We just need to reallocate how we do that. And then we have to grow that. So who are you creating this co-conspiracy with? Can you personally, you right here, right now, can you grow the seed of stepping up your own potential? Can you step up to higher ground and actually become responsible for the reality that you co-create? Can you cultivate these fields of light in collaboration with creation itself? Can you respond to the great love of the mother of all being for all of her children by aligning yourself with it? So the opportunity at the solstice is to gather with your friends, with your family, with your tribe. I love getting together in a place of wild natural beauty, but your backyard's going to be okay. I think that it's important to be out under the open skies. So even if for a couple of minutes you can do that, I'm going to be out standing in the rain. So it's like to be connected with creation is what's important. If you're alone and you're not with family and tribe, you're with us, right? You're interconnected when you step into this place of holiness, really, of recognizing that we are a part of an amazing creation. You join with everyone else. So speak a little bit, speak the truth to each other, have everyone talk just a moment, recognizing basically that we're all in this together. That's what you're really sharing. Step into deep shared silence for a while, and in that silence, this place where creation is upwelling right now, this gift of supporting us and creating seeds, the seeds of our intention. These are not resolutions, they're not affirmations, they're not declaration, they are seeds, and you actually plant them in the fields of life. So this is a celebration of the solstice, and I welcome you to do that.